Hello everyone and welcome to Plot Twist, December edition. So today I'm going to be doing my December TBR. In the last video I asked you guys to tell me, based on the books I have on my giant TBR shelf, which as you can see is now restacked, what I should read this month. And I received a lot more response than I was expecting, which is really cool. Almost every book that I had as an option was picked at least once, and there were some very clear-cut winners, but I also have some honorable mentions, so we'll go over those too. I'm actually going to start with the two books that I knew I was going to read before this month started. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I want to talk about is Wayward Sun by Rowell. This is the sequel to Carry On that I read last month. I loved it, so I had to pick up Wayward Sun and continue the series. If you're not familiar, this is a basically a Harry Potter-esque fan fiction. Shown on the cover are the main two characters, Simon Snow, who is your Harry Potter-esque character, and this is Baz, who is, I suppose, kind of like your Malfoy-ish character in an alternate world where Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy were roommates at Hogwarts. But the first book was so good. Where it left off was amazing, and I knew I had to pick it up. So this was actually a book of the month add-on option. So I mean, $10 for a hardcover, can't say no to that. Knew I wanted to read it, so I went ahead and picked it up, and I've already started. I'm about 50 pages into this already, and it is impeccable. Can't wait to read more. The second book that I want to read this month is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third, or I suppose fourth, depending on how you look at it, Throne of Glass novel. This series starts as a Cinderella-esque fairy tale retelling in a world where Cinderella is an assassin. And then the story, I mean, the plot kind of evolves and diverges from it. I really loved the first two books that I read. I have not yet read The Assassin's Blade, which to my understanding is the prequel. And I have been told that that's what I should pick up after this because it involves some of the characters and kind of gives you some backstory on characters you don't already have, which is super cool. So my plan after I finish this one is to pick up Assassin's Blade before I finish the series, but hopefully in not too far into 2021 I'm planning to finish the series. I'm really enjoying it so far. I would not say that I enjoyed it quite as much as A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is Sarah J. Maas's other YA series, but definitely still one of my favorites, and I cannot wait to read this book. Okay, without further ado, we're going to get into the three books that you guys picked for me to read. So the first two books that I'm going to show off each got 5 votes, which was above and beyond the other books on the list. So the first one that you guys have picked for me to read is Fangirl by Rowell. This is the story that in which the main character is writing the Carry On fanfiction that eventually becomes its own book. I have heard good things about this, and I have heard not so good things about this, and to be honest, I'm just excited to read it and see where I fall. I have been really enjoying the Carry On series, so I have high hopes that I'll really enjoy it, but either way, I have yet to read a Rowell book that I really didn't like, so I figure it can't be that bad, right? This is an awesome choice. Thanks you guys for picking it. The second book that you guys picked is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This was my bonus book for last month that I did not make it to. I am really excited to make it to it, so I'm definitely going to prioritize it. If you're unfamiliar, this is a book that BookTube has been raving about, in which this takes place in an alternate reality of the United States, where the female president's son kind of develops a romance with a member of the British royal family. And from my understanding, it's kind of a love to hate kind of relationship that evolves. But I'm so excited to read this. So 2 romances on my TBR this month, which is definitely a little outside of my comfort zone. Not too far outside of my comfort zone, but not what I typically read either, which is great because that's definitely been my goal so far this year, and even more so it'll be my goal next year. So excited to read this. And the last book that you guys picked was Hope Never Dies, the Obama-Biden mystery. I am dying to read this book. I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know anything about it really, but I mean, just reading the back cover, how can it be bad? With a tagline like, "Together they'll prove that justice has no term limits," you guys. So this book is a mystery-based story that takes place in Delaware after the 2016 election. Former President Obama and former Vice President Joe Biden are trying to figure out what to do with their life after the presidency, especially after kind of sort of watching how the 2016 election goes down. And I'm super excited to read this. I know nothing about it, really, other than what it says on the back, but I have high hopes. It should be an interesting read. We'll see. I'll let you know what I think for sure. The last book that I'm hoping to make it to this month, outside of the 5 I've already shown you, is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. This is the book this month for the Spellbound Book Club that's done by Morgan from Morgan's Chaotic World and Maddie from Books with Maddie, both of which I will link below. I am excited to read this book. I did pick it up as my book of the month choice for this month. It isn't quite here yet, so I will show the cover in the corner, but it is another Christmas-themed romance, so that makes 3 on my list this month, which is pretty exciting. I think it's going to be a good time. I can't imagine that a Christmas-themed book could ever be bad. I love Christmas. Never enough Christmas, so it should be cool. I'm excited for that. I do have a couple extras that I might try to make it through before the end of the year. I have ordered from Book of the Month this month Ready Player 2, and assuming that I can make it through these 5, I am hoping to read that. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys are planning to read for the month of December. As always, if you liked my video, please like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. I love comments. I will try to get back to them as soon as possible. Okay, well, I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!